Everybody's audio started?
I've been waiting for Mr. King to get back into LPD so I can listen to Jim calls.
Everybody's audio started? Yes. Okay. We're on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Frank Andrew Stevens, file numbers 22-03370. Council appearance.
Good afternoon, Judge. May it please the court. My name is Richmond Riggs, P33863. I'm an Assistant Attorney General. I appear on behalf of the people of the state of Michigan.
Don Passenger, P39384, on behalf of defendant Frank Stevens, along with Mr. Muhart. Thank you.
John Muhart, Your Honor, also on behalf of defendant Stevens, and Mr. Stevens is also present by Zoom on the screen, Your Honor.
Thank you. Today was the date and the time that we reset the probable cause conference. There was additional discovery that was pending, and the parties were intending to meet later in the month of March to discuss those materials and possible resolution. Are we continuing to examine this?
I believe so, Your Honor. What we would like to do is probably set yet another probable cause conference if the court would indulge us. We have met, Mr. Riggs, Ms. Lamerman, Mr. Muhart, and I. We have discussed a proposal for resolution that the state has presented. We were awaiting some additional information on that, which we have received. We have gotten some additional discovery. We've written and requested even more discovery, which Mr. Riggs, I believe, is evaluating and will be responding to in the near future. So we are actually making progress. But so my suggestion is perhaps that we put this down for maybe early June for another probable cause conference, if the court would be willing.
Okay, we can put it down for PCC and we'll give them an exam date. June 1st at 8:30. Does June 1st at 8:30 work?
Let's see. Wrong computer.
Judge, is that for the PCC?
That's correct.
Works for us, for Muhart, Your Honor.
And June 15th.
8:30 a.m. good for Passenger.
Judge, that's good for, sorry.
That's good for, is that good for the Attorney General's office?
It is, Judge. Just one, my co-counsel, Ms. Lamerman, is not available. She is tied up. I am hopeful that she will be able to make herself available, but I would suggest that we go ahead and schedule that date. If it is just a terrible problem, I'll let the court know, but I think that we ought to be able to make that work.
Sounds good. What about June 15th for proposed examination date? Can everyone check their calendars on that?
Judge, I have a trial starting that Tuesday on the 13th in Wayne County Circuit Court. I've blocked off 4 days for that. So the 15th is probably not a good day for me. I'm sorry.
No worries. We'll get another date. June 29th at 9:30.
What days of the week are we shooting for, Judge?
Thursday or Friday?
Okay.
June
I
29th.
think June 29th is a good date on my calendar.
That works for me as well, Judge.
Okay, did I hear from Mr. Muhart?
Yeah, June 29th works for us, Your Honor, here at my office. Thank you.
Okay, very good. So we'll do June 29th at 9:30 as a proposed date. And obviously there can be adjustments to those dates as necessary. I just wanted to lock them in just because I was informed that our criminal slots are filling up quickly. So I wanted to make sure I get it in there so we can maneuver around that if necessary. Any additional matters that we need to address today on the record?
Nothing on behalf of people other than what Mr. Passenger's already stated.
And I would echo that. So,
Yes, that's true.
Okay, sounds good. We'll be adjourned until the PCC on June 1st at 8:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
thank you for your
Thank you.
time, and thank you, Mr. Riggs, for your consideration. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus John Kane, this is file number 23-00238 FY. Council appearance.
Brian Ring on behalf of the people.
Okay, Mr. Kane, you still do not have an attorney, is that correct?
Evidently not. I don't know what the deal is. They did the paperwork and that's all I know.
Okay, so-
I've never talked to any attorney whatsoever. I've actually called in the public defense office. People there didn't know how the paperwork worked. They just knew that they did it and that somebody would be appointed.
Okay, so it looks like maybe that application may still be pending at this time. But today is dates and time set for an arraignment on a alleged bond violation. The court received notification of an alleged bond violation. Let's see here.
And they picked me up yesterday and said there was one from the
Okay.
20th and I know nothing about.
The 20th.
Yeah, so that there was a bond violation. Only thing they could tell me was it come from the 20th from the tether company.
Okay, if there's one from the 20th, I don't have it myself, but I do have one from the 18th. It looks like 8:30 in the morning. The allegations are that you violated the terms of your no contact order by being within 1,250 feet
I
of,
was arraigned on this.
you know how court works, right?
Sorry, I'm dumbfounded. I posted
Okay.
bond on this already.
Okay. We have another a bond violation that was supposed to be placed in here.
I believe I have.
I'll talk to my staff.
Oh, sorry, Judge.
I don't see. Something from the 20th. No, I don't see the last thing we got from 17. Where's the police report? That alleges.
Being charged twice for the same bond
No,
violation.
you're not being charged twice for anything, but what you're gonna be is quiet until I'm ready to let you speak, okay? You have the one from the 17th. Okay, the 17th. And then this is the 18th. Okay. Thank you. Okay, I amended the order for you, sir, to be at the address of 5831 Richmond Street, apartment 5, originally between April 10th and April 13th to remove your personal belongings. You appeared before the court and had not received all of your items. I extended that order to allow you to remain upon the property to remove your items until 5 p.m. that day. We got a notification of an alert of bond violation that you were within that zone on the 17th at 11:15 p.m. On the 17th. of April. Then I have a police report here that's dated for the 18th of April. The allegation on that one is that you were found at the property of 5831 at 10 o'clock in the morning on April 18th. And that the allegation is that the alleged victim, who you were supposed to not have contact directly or indirectly with, Miss Anitris Morris, was found also located in that property at the time. And so this matter will be set for a hearing. You have the right to have a contested hearing, and we'll set it for a hearing, and we'll note your not guilty plea as a result of that. I revoked your bond, however, because of the continuous violations of the no contact order. After in the continuous violations of the GPS tether locations, and after you had contacted the court multiple times.
Yeah, they do everything we had out on the street into the dumpster.
That's not my concern. My concern is that I allowed you, I made provision for you to do what you needed to do. I even went so far as to take your eviction file, which has nothing to do with this court, because I don't oversee that, and have the judge that's on that extend your eviction writ date so that you can get your things out of the property within a timely and orderly fashion. And I incorporated that into the court order so that you would not be in violation. I didn't have to do that for you. I did that even after the fact that you sat before the court and lied about how it was that you were getting evicted. You stated on the record that you were being evicted, and that was because your public defender had failed to make a bond argument for you, and that way you were unable to pay your rent and you got evicted.
I had a.
I didn't ask you to
agreement
speak
with,
over me. We're not, this is not a discussion at this time. You understand that? So that's the last time I'm gonna let you cut me off when I'm talking, okay? So I did that even though I knew you had lied about the nature of your eviction process. You had already been evicted when you were arraigned on this matter, and that eviction writ date had already issued. Nonetheless, the court made those arrangements on your behalf so that we would make sure there would not be an issue with the protection of the alleged victim on my file. In addition to that, you came before the court the last time and told me that you didn't get your things out within that time period. You needed more time. I was willing to extend it until 5 p.m. You stated on the record that the alleged victim did not live in this property. This alleged victim was in Akron, Ohio, is what you told the court. You not only blew past the curfew time in which the court gave you to be at that property, but now I have an allegation that the victim was found hiding in that residence at the time. Then we had a follow-up of a flurry of phone calls from you to the clerk's office and to my staff. And one of those court interactions in which you referred to me as a piece of shit, corrupt bitch.
No, ma'am. I don't know where that came from. I had called and asked about it, and because they were at the time were threatening that they're gonna put everything out in the street, and that's when they started putting everything out in the street, because I said, give me a minute, let me call the judge's office so I can get over there and get this stuff out as you're bringing it out the door. But I did not refer you as a piece of shit corrupt bitch. I have no idea where that came.
Okay, well then the court staff got that completely misconstrued, because I couldn't possibly believe you would say that after I have advocated on your file that it's not even before my court to make sure you got your stuff out of the property. I didn't have to do that. That wasn't before my court. Your eviction is before Judge Flores, and you can deal with that before Judge Flores. Nonetheless, this matter is going to be set for a hearing. I revoked your bond because you could not follow the bond conditions, and so a new bond will be set on this matter. What is your address?
201 West Jolly, apartment 236. Yeah, you got 200 West Jolly's 201.
It's apartment 236?
Yes.
Okay, it has the wrong apartment on there as well.
Well. No, wait a minute. My dyslexia is kicking in. 326 is the apartment 201 West Jolly, not 200 West Jolly.
Okay,
The apartment number is right, the road number is wrong.
201 West Charlie, the apartment is 326.
326, it's Cedar Place Apartments.
Mr. Ring.
I would just like to place on the record that there was a call to 911 on the 10th of April from 201 West Jolly, apartment 326, from the alleged victim saying that she was being threatened.
From that actual address?
From that address, yes, Your Honor.
Whose address is that, sir?
His name is Carl Price.
Oh, okay. And the alleged victim lives at that address?
He should know. She must have been up for visiting or something while I was at work. But she hasn't been there when I've been there because Carl would never allow her to do that.
So
Carl would,
You're
she's been there.
staying with someone else, is what you're saying.
Yeah, no, I stay with Carl Price.
You know the address of the alleged victim.
I've still not been able to, despite all my efforts, Your Honor, and I believe that I'm being opposed in all those efforts by Mr. Kane as well.
Okay. I think due to the safety of the victim and of the public, defendant will be remanded until the time of his next court date. And that way we can ensure that he's not residing in the same household with
No,
the
Carl
victim.
would not
While
let
you're
her stay
in
there.
the custody of the jail, you're not to have any contact directly or indirectly with the alleged victim. Do you understand that?
No, ma'am, I do not know how it is that this is happening because.
You don't understand the no contact order?
No, I don't understand how it is that my whole bond's being revoked.
Your bonds are
then-
being revoked because we have more than one violation pending.
And I think Kristen, it has to do something personally with the comment made, the piece of shit comment or something.
I thought that comment wasn't made.
No, I believe that you think it has been made and.
I
you're
don't,
using
if you said it
against me.
wasn't made, it wasn't made.
But I wanna know why it is I should sit in jail and lose my job till June.
Well,
And I wasn't there at that apartment whenever she was called for whatever reason.
I don't know about that. That's not before the court. That's information that the prosecutor has. Maybe there's a pending violation coming from that or not. I don't know. I do know, though, I have a police report here after you represented to the court that this victim lived in another state and the victim was found in the house hiding with you when the GPS called the law enforcement to the address because you were in violation of the bond
and with
conditions.
that one-
So we have multiple bond violations incorporated in bond violations here. And so that's why your bond's being revoked because you can't follow the court order. And so the court believes it is a threat to the public safety.
A threat to the safety that the prosecutor can even get a hold of the person.
Do you have
That
anything else you
doesn't
want to say,
wish to
sir?
even be here. And she's made it clear that she wasn't coming into any of this prior to my arrest when the warrant was issued.
I'm just gonna remind you of your right to remain silent. Anything you say, anything you put in writing can be used against
Made
you.
it clear originally when we found out the warrant that she wasn't gonna be here
Okay.
through any of this.
He's all set.
And Superior Court is-
Thank you.
is hearing with multiple representation.